Welcome to the Sight Cabin Podcast, episode 23. Episode 23.
23.
Episode 23?
23.
We're on 23.
23.
Episode 23. I'd like to welcome to the podcast Mr. Michael Oni.
Nice to be
Welcome,
here.
Michael.
Thank you.
Probably the most famous voice in all of Manchester right now. Give us some of your dulcet tones.
Oh, good. What I get the most is, you need to check out this brand new.
Because
So when my friends see me, they be like, "Oh, Mike, come with us to this brand new." Oh,
Yeah.
they be like, "Oh, Mike, you need to check out this brand." I'm like, "Leave me alone. Leave me alone."
Am I okay in sort of saying what you did? And
Yeah.
So you previously worked for Manchester Evening News.
Yes.
Very successful, and you sort of did all them. Well, just tell us a little bit about what you did and what you do, and what, you know.
So I joined them nearly 3 years ago. In like another 2 months or so, it would have been about 3 years.
Right, yeah.
Came on as a freelancer first, just to kind of help digitalize the news.
Yeah,
Without going into too much detail,
yeah, of course.
they were just trying to stay with the digital trajectory that media has.
Yep.
Because they have a lot of hundreds of thousands of loyal readers still
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
But as that goes down, you need to cater for the next generation who will support you when they drop off. They still have, I think they'll still have a good solid at least 10 years of still loyal news customers.
Wow.
But 10 years is not even that. 10 years is a long time, but it's not that long.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Actually, and it's like in this world, in the world of like digital content, and if you think about how quick you scroll through TikTok, for example, I mean, does anyone actually watch the full TikTok clip?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You do? Because I was going to say, I think
I don't have
most of it's
TikTok.
skipped.
you don't have TikTok.
I deleted it.
Why did you delete it?
There was great videos you could find on it, but there's just something about it that just rubbed me the wrong way.
It's so cynical, though.
There was
Jack,
something. I'm not. People say I'm cynical.
People say I'm cynical.
I am cynical, but deep down, I'm a very optimistic, hopeful person.
Fair enough.
I just have cynicism about like the trends that kind of people like TikTok.
Yeah.
There was just something about it that just.
I suppose what I'm getting at, though,
It's very hard to kind of the great things you see in it. It was very hard to kind of keep hold of them.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm sort of
You lose it so quickly.
sort of bringing it back. I was kind of with Mike and what Mike was just saying then about how what I'm getting at is it's fast, isn't it? You're scrolling, clip. Give me something new. Give me something more. So the pressure that you're under in that role to like continually create content based around Greater Manchester, I presume.
It was tough, yeah. I used to, because I was trying to, on average, 1 video a day.
Okay.
But most of the time, it would be like 2.
Yeah.
2 like that I will produce. And that's not including like this news story, stabbings, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
Did you not do? You didn't do news as in sort of criminal stuff
so
and anything like that?
I did when I needed to.
Right,
When
yeah.
when I needed some support with it.
Yep.
But most of the time I didn't because there's a lot of legal side to that.
Oh, you got to be careful what you
Well,
say.
Yeah. So my first year at MEN was me doing exams.
Right.
Law exams, ethics, Ipsos Code of Law, journalism law, because there's so many like,
What you can say, what you can't say.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even so many stories that we broke that would have never came out because of like many kids that are under 18 because they have to be given a second chance to be rehabilitated. So all the I don't want to
No, of course.
I don't want to name areas. Some of them will be so bad that we will, I think it's called a section 11, some kind of order.
Okay.
We'll pass it to the clerk will pass it to the judge, and the judge will be like, okay, cool, these guys have put a case forward to reveal this person's identity, and there's different criteria that will allow you to do that.
Yeah.
And one of them is like if the kid is 17 already, you can probably do it. If he's a repeat offender, like for example, if you were going to football, you were 16, you go to a football game, you start kicking opposition, you get in trouble for it. We don't mention you because you're under 18. You go and do it again next week, and then you go and do it again a third time.
Yeah.
Then there's a certain level of public interest there because now the public needs to be aware of this kid. So now we will reveal his whole identity, picture,
That's
everything.
so deep. And do you know what brings something to mind? What you're saying there is, obviously, I want to be very sort of sympathetic and be careful what I say here. But one of the most famous cases, I think, probably in the UK was the Jamie Bulger killing in Liverpool.
Yeah.
And I can remember, was it the Sun that did a? The British media were told they can't name the children that were involved in it. And the British media the Sun newspaper, I'm sure it was the Sun, don't quote me exactly, it might be wrong, but they said, we're going to name them and you can come and take us on.
Was that after or before the actual case, though? I don't know.
I think they must have legally been allowed to do that.
But-
I think the court decided they were allowed
such
to.
a hunger
I'm
for
sure it was
it, yeah.
Jamie Bulger, and also
It could have been afterwards
who's
when
the young
there
man
was
that got stabbed in London, very famous, like 17-year-old young man.
Stephen Lawrence.
Stephen Lawrence,
Yeah.
and the
That was
papers,
like
the
25 years
newspapers
ago,
said,
that. Yeah,
the
30 years
newspapers
ago.
named the individuals on it that were kind of like.
That was a mess, that case.
Against the law or whatever you want to. I don't know how to phrase it exactly, but they said, "Well, no, we're going to name him and fuck it, take us on. If you don't want to say, if you want, you come and sue us and sort of say I'm innocent or I'm not." And they never did.
But I think in the James Bulger case, there was something that because of the amount of interest, there was some.
Yeah.
Something was
interest.
said where they were allowed to
Possibly,
name
I
them.
think they were allowed.
Yeah.
I think it was
It was
one
because of the severity of the case or
one of the case
something.
studies that I was revising
But
during my
still- 30 years ago as well.
It's really interesting.
It's interesting,
I
yeah.
you never quite know where this podcast is going to go.
No?
Yeah.
But it's really interesting that, and we'll obviously move on and stuff, but it's really interesting that, like, before we recorded our first episode,
Yeah.
I probably did. I'm going to be honest. I probably did a couple of hours of research of like what I could say, what I couldn't say. I found out that if anyone's dead, you can say whatever you want about a dead person.
Fair game. You
can say anything.
Libelous, definitely.
Yeah.
You can be defam anything you want.
So you can say anything you want about a dead person, anything you want. But obviously, with real life people, it had to be. Might be able to correct me here, but it had to be like factually true that could be proven that it's fact. So if you told us a story on the podcast about
Some person.
John Smith or whatever, you could name him as long as you knew them facts were 100% kind of true and perhaps could go back and kind of prove that was a fact. But obviously the easy way around is to say, a mate of ours, I know this story about this guy, and that's how, I suppose that's how we get around.
Yeah.
it, really.
But that could also be very sticky, because there's something called they call it jigsaw identification. So you tell a story and you say you give a bit of information.
Yeah.
But now you tell the same story, you give a different. But you say,
Right.
I'm not saying who it is,
Like time,
but
place,
he lives in Stockport.
that type of
Okay,
thing.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Don't say anything else. And then someone else says, a man with 2 daughters, a man
it's
involved
building.
in this. So now someone can put all these pieces together and be like,
Yeah.
so that's also a thing. So even if you try and be careful just to add a piece of information, I'm not too sure, but I think there's certain things that the press will all kind of come together or agree, like, okay, we're all only going to talk about this just so we don't all
that is
give.
so deep.
I've never heard of that before, but
Yeah,
that makes
yeah,
sense.
it's-
That
it
makes
makes
sense.
sense. It does make
Jigsaw
sense.
identification.
Yeah.
People coming at it from different angles.
Because
Yeah.
I think there was a case study that we had when we were doing it was a father, something to do with his daughter, and so someone said a man has been charged for a crime involving his daughter, but they didn't say what the crime was.
So that was all they said?
That's what they said.
Yeah.
Which is still kind of fine because you're not in contempt at that point.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
someone else will say a man has been charged on S crimes.
Yeah.
Not saying who is, but so now you know a man has been
So it's
charged
a little
for
bit
S
more
crime,
information
and
each
now you know,
time.
now you know
Yeah.
this got.
Yeah.
So now you're like, wait, is
But
those-
it's everyone else reveals a different piece of information.
Yeah.
Like
the
somebody from-
age, the location.
yes,
They're not saying much, but if 5 or 6 different sources each say a different piece, you can piece it all together as
literally,
get
yeah.
all from that.
Because you're actually innocent until the
Yeah,
judge
you are.
Exactly.
says you're guilty. Because like, so if someone else gets arrested and we all witness it, and I'm a journalist,
Yeah.
I can only say a man in his 30s has been arrested on suspicion of. I can't say who you are. I can't even release a picture. If I release a picture of you, everything has to be blurred out.
Can I just ask you, and I hope if you don't feel comfortable talking about this, then obviously just say. But so when you're working for a platform like that and you release a story, obviously the comments then have a life of their own.
Yes.
So I mean,
If there's someone in the comments that knows too much,
Yeah.
you have to turn the comments off.
you turn the comments
Yeah,
off?
because sometimes I've read articles when I go to the comments, see if I can find any more out.
Yeah.
Mate, this
Yeah,
is so
it
interesting.
is.
Yeah,
This
because
is so interesting.
we will be. Yeah,
You have to manage that
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. When Netflix did these documentaries and they make these wild claims, they always say at the end, we reached out to this person for comment and they didn't respond because everyone has a right to respond.
Yes.
So if you're trying to say some mad stuff and you didn't give them that right to respond, their defamation case would be a lot stronger.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't one at the end of the latest, the Baby Reindeer? And they said this is based on a true story or something.
And they start to piece together. They
and
find
then
out
actually they
who
start
it
saying
was.
it's not a true story or it's not as true as what
Yeah,
they
because
said.
I think she sued, hasn't she, or something?
Why is it Fargo?
It's
I
gone
think
to
she has,
court.
but
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we've got to be careful what we say.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I don't know how successful she's been.
It's
I'm not
because
sure.
they said it's based on a true story, so
Yeah.
they didn't have to specifically say that it's all of it is true, and that's
Yeah.
what. And they did say they reached out to the woman, but she didn't want to be involved in the documentary.
It's actually it's a really deep subject matter because the world as we know it now is TikTok clips and Instagram and this happened and that happened and you got the likes of Charlie Veach roaming around Manchester filming stuff and kind of
You've got AI generated stuff as well that's starting to be fake, genuinely
Exactly.
fake. That's a real worry for the future.
That's only just
a
happened.
real
That's
worry.
only just happened in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
4 weeks.
you got
All
fake
sorts
videos
of like these people in American senators being asked different things, but that was asked by somebody else 20 years ago, and it's all been mashed together to create this image of something. It's
Do you think we're going to get to a point where like you are
Can't
going to be
trust.
watching something and you actually have no idea if it's real or not? I mean, are we there now?
I think there'll have to be like a trademark. There'll have to be something like a
they
trademark
got me,
on
they
it.
got me the other day. I'm sorry, they got me. There was a girl doing a vlog in the bathroom. It looked fully legit.
Yeah.
And I scrolled in the comments and be like, oh yeah, good AI. And I'm like, AI. I scrolled, watched it again. Like within half a second of watching it again, I could tell it was AI.
Yeah.
But because I was
Yeah.
passively like
Yeah,
scrolling.
yeah.
you
I
scripted
thought it
it.
was real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
thought it was
the,
real.
the passively one is the hardest trick. But when you pay attention to it, it's like it's the difference between like it being 99% there and 100% there.
Yeah.
It's the uncanny valley.
It's the
isn't it?
uncanny valley. It's
Yeah.
the same as like self-driving cars. Like it's like 99% there.
But it's getting there, though, isn't it?
But 1 out of every 1,000 times, it's going to accidentally run into a tree or something.
Yeah.
That's
Because
now.
it
That's
thinks
now in
it's-
2025. I think
5
we said
more
it just
years.
before we started recording. 2035. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they always say that. It's always 5 years away. It's
Yeah, but
always
think-
10 years
but
away.
See, cynic. See, he's cynic.
I have got sympathy with Jack, though. I have got sympathy with him.
I don't see how does it improve? What's the benefit of it? How does it improve human life?
Yeah.
So-
It's just another gadget, isn't it?
AI.
Well, AI, driverless cars, like it's just another.
I love it.
The driverless car one is interesting. I'll tell you this: that I was in an Uber recently, and the driver was telling me that basically the plans that Uber have, because I don't know where he got this information from. Allegedly, the plans that Uber have is
one.
so when self-driving cars are legal and fine, you can go and buy a self-driving car. It's got nothing to do with you. You still have your daily car. And then your self-driving car will leave your house at a certain time, go and do an 8-hour Uber shift, picking people up, dropping them off, picking people
off.
up.
That's amazing.
Come back to your house.
see, so
back
And
to
you get the
your
money
house.
for it.
You get the money for it.
Yes.
It's more like a franchise.
Yeah.
type thing.
So
Yeah, it's like
basically, the
franchise.
driver was saying that the driver was saying, because I was saying to him, I was like, yeah, but you guys are safe. And he's like, no, because this is what they're moving towards. And that's why I said allegedly, because I don't know. That's just
The
his
owner's
mouth.
liable. If anything happens, it's not
What-
Uber, it's the
what-
actual
what-
owner
Actually,
of the car.
Uber have nothing to do with it.
What
that's
happens
what it
when
is.
somebody commits insurance fraud and throws themselves into the car?
There'll all be cameras though.
Camera,
You
yeah.
cameraed
But
up.
it's like it's this is the thing, like and the people who work on this stuff, they are geniuses, like they are really smart people, but they don't consider the kind of dumb things people do.
Well, humans are stupid.
Yeah,
Like
the
someone
stupidity, that's
who
good, that,
throws
yeah.
something into the street, or someone who just walks,
course.
who's just walking on the street in the middle of the night.
I do know what you're
it's
saying.
it's like the dumb decisions people make, and they don't take that into consideration.
I don't know if they don't or they
They don't.
no,
They don't.
I don't know if what I was going to say. I don't know if they don't or if they can't ever foresee
Everything,
every single point of view.
It's-
Like there's that famous one, isn't there, about the guy driving a Winnebago type size
Yeah,
camper van,
the thing.
and he puts it on cruise control. and he puts on cruise control, and he goes in the back and makes a cup of tea or whatever he's doing.
There's no way.
And the car,
It's Anchorman 2, isn't it?
yeah,
It's
and,
Anchorman 2.
and the Winnebago crashes and wrecks everything.
'Cause it's just about speed regulation.
He goes to court, okay,
Yeah.
and the instructions to operate the Winnebago
Don't mention.
nowhere mention that you need to continue as a human to keep an eye on cruise control. Because they sort of assume that that's obvious.
Yeah.
Things like that.
And
Yeah,
because,
it's
it's
a
a true
technicality.
story. It's a
It's a
true story.
technicality,
And because he doesn't mention it, he ends up getting like a massive payout.
Yeah. But that's the thing.
Yeah, it's true. It's
It
true.
must have been from like the 1970s when it came out, though.
accidentally there's a mother with a baby in a stroller, and she just what? If it hits that, it's like, okay, it might not be the car's fault, but the news story around that and the legality, the trouble that causes for the company that makes them.
So I
could
suppose,
just end it.
Here's the scenario then. Here's the scenario for that. And you're right, but here's the scenario for that. 7 billion people live on the planet Earth, okay? And I'm just, obviously, these are not correct statistics, but I'm just going to, sort of 100,000 deaths a year in the UK due to car accidents, or 1,000 deaths a year due to car accidents, but everything's AI and autonomous. You're going to choose the AI.
Percentage, isn't it?
That's the difference. That's the difference. That's what driverless. No, I'm explaining it.
He hates AI.
That's what self-driving cars and AI has to actually be. It has to be so much better than a human being.
I think it is already, though,
Is it?
I don't know.
We as human beings have to. It's so obviously better that we choose it in favor of driving ourselves.
Shout out to AI right now. So if you're listening 1,000 years in the future right now, AI.
It has to be so much better than
hunt
us.
his family down.
That's your family.
Yeah, I know, but it's
the same family.
Yeah, hunt his family down.
Everyone at this table is finished. For me.
No, I mean, do you know what?
The worrying one is it's not just the cat, it's the autonomous drones. Now when you're looking at Ukraine and stuff and what's coming out, it's really, it's like,
those
whoa.
are horrible, yeah.
That's like,
Yeah.
how long before somebody gets into that?
Are we on the precipice here of like a new?
No.
No.
Do you know why we're not? Because
I was wondering when you were
ultimately, it'll destroy itself and it'll go back to humans fighting.
Will it though?
Yeah. As much as you talk
Maybe.
about drones, as much as you talk about that.
But they're really cheap, aren't they? They can mass produce them.
Bit closer to the mic, Dan.
It'll become a point when, oh, fuck it, let's just send 100,000 people in.
Yeah, but we've done that.
The Russians are doing that, aren't they?
First World War, Second World War.
But they'll do it again. They won't. It won't become.
Yeah, no, it's too, you still need, as they always say, you still need infantry to hold the ground.
It'll always come back.
Yeah, you always need for soldiers to hold the ground. Somebody has to hold the ground.
What it is, it doesn't matter if, as much as we progress as a
Will it though?
as a world.
Will it though?
Yeah, because as much as we progress as a world, and we develop all new technology, it'll all destroy itself and come back to humans.
Right. If I give you, but if I said to you right now, if I give you the option right now, right, just hear me out.
Yeah.
I can give you a robot that will do your job,
Yeah.
and you'll get paid, but the robot will do all the work. You can just sit at home and fucking
Do I have to
whatever.
maintain that robot?
Well, just hang on.
Do I have to look after it?
Membership.
Do I have to?
Yeah.
pay
I
for
see what
it?
you're saying, like a membership or something.
Right.
All right. Yeah, you do, but it's just like a Netflix fucking $7.99 a month or whatever.
No.
Oh, fuck off! Everyone will do it.
At that
No.
price, yeah.
Oh my god.
It's the same thing in
that's
lockdown.
The thing is, that this is
Tempting.
we're getting into that AI argument now.
Then that you won't get paid. You won't get paid for it anymore.
Why won't I? No, you
the
buy the
company will do
robot.
it.
You buy the robot off the company.
No, the company will do it.
No, so Elon Musk, right? You buy.
Mike's
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Of about that.
I know what you mean.
Uber, Elon Musk, they
He'll-
will buy all
coding,
driving cars
yeah.
and monopolize it and make a business.
Yeah, but
it won't be the individual.
Uber doesn't. Uber.
You'll become pig feed. That's what you'll become.
Do you know what it is though? Do you know what it is like?
If you let it happen
Yeah.
too
Yeah.
much, you will become obsolete.
Go on, Mike. Go
I
on.
don't think it will go exactly like that. And it's kind of what you were saying before
deep,
about
innit,
how
this?
Uber would want to kind of separate themselves from the liability. So it will be your
Like a franchise.
your car that's doing it, and you've signed over. If your car
Runs
hits
over.
someone, your insurance, that
Yeah.
you've got.
You're on.
will
yeah.
sort
How
it
much
out.
does that car cost to run?
Well, same as it does now.
No, it doesn't.
Last week picking up 100 people a day.
In 100 years, it does.
Because you could program it to make the most fuel economic way of driving possible, couldn't you? And things like that.
Yeah, and you need solar panels in your house.
All right, so I'm going to I'll give you like the start because you're all so like against AI, and I feel like I'm the only one that's for it.
But it's
I fucking love AI.
It's just another tool. And here's the
Yes.
it's the same as like the iPhone. People think it's like when the iPhone came out, everyone started buying Apple stock. Oh my God, Apple's going to be the biggest company in the world. And they were. But like the iPhone came out and what did it do? It got rid of having a map in your car because it was on your phone.
Yeah.
It got rid of having CDs because it's on your phone. Camcorder. There's only so many things that it can like take out. Yeah. Then it rises up, it takes out maps, it takes out cameras, then it kind of hits a ceiling.
And it's got that. I think they're there now, aren't they?
And there's not really anything else.
There's a lot of difference between the iPhone 16 and the iPhone 13.
There's not anything else it can swallow up.
Yeah.
It's,
I know what you mean.
It's what everything that it can do, it does do.
I suppose there's a bit of me.
So it's the same with like any AI and stuff.
There's a bit of me that wants like that Terminator 2 kind of
Skynet.
You know what I mean? Like apocalypse.
No,
you just want an Arnold robot.
I mean, I love an Arnold Schwarzenegger robot.
It'd always come back to the humans.
Yeah, to be fair, after your explanation, I'm on your side now.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah, you're right.
What about this?
No.
What about this?
You
I'll give you
do
another
that.
scenario.
Right, go on.
Obviously, this is not what we, but whatever. This is this podcast. Another scenario. Humans get AI. We've got AI now, but we carry on developing AI, and it's so, I don't know what the word would be, autonomous.
Yeah.
It's so autonomous that we put that AI in a rocket and we send it off, and it doesn't need to eat, it doesn't need to breathe, it doesn't need to sleep. It can have a power cell for 1,000 years or whatever, 100,000 years, I don't know, whatever. That can then go and tell the rest of the universe about humanity.
That's already out in the
Yeah, the
universe.
Voyager 1.
Yeah, Voyager 1 he's got videos and
It has a vinyl record on it and stuff. Yeah.
It's not AI though, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, but it's a computer.
Yeah.
But what about...
Why do we want that?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be better?
Because it makes life easy, doesn't it?
No, but
You don't have to
that's
go clean your
that's
back
the point
garden
I've got.
because you get a fucking robot to do it.
No, but what's it taking from you? Because does it improve you as a person?
Yeah.
Is it taking those
the next
skills
step
that
of
you
humanity
learn?
should be about improving humanity.
Yeah.
Not getting
Not just
someone
another
else to-
Yeah, it's about
tool.
like it's letting you do things easily when it should be the skills.
Improving forget technology.
Yeah, but I want to sit in the car, there's no driver, and fucking video it, and put it on Instagram, and go, do you know what? There's no driver in this car. Isn't this fucking amazing? For 1 minute,
You know what
and,
it's like?
and 30 likes.
You know what it's like? You've seen the film The Incredibles.
Yeah,
Love the film.
The bad guy in that, the
ginger red guy.
He
Yeah.
designs tools that can give normal people superpowers.
Yeah.
And he says, I'm going to sell these to normal
That's a great
people.
line, isn't it?
And then when everyone's super, no one will be.
Great shot.
If you've all got a self-driving car, then there's nothing special about it.
Yeah, but then the next innovation would be...
The iPhone was special when it first came out.
I know what you're saying.
Now we've all got one. No one cares.
You converted me. You've actually converted me, honestly.
I don't want a machine to cut my grass.
Ooh, that's
unless it's that one on Bramall Roundabout, that robot on Bramall Roundabout, he's amazing.
Really?
Yeah, but he's got personality.
That robot on Bramall Roundabout
He's
is
got
fucking brilliant.
personality. When it flooded, I was really worried about that
I'm able
robot.
to use a machine myself, operate it to help
It's
me
like
cut the grass.
when you use hand
I don't
tools
want
to make
someone else
something,
do it
isn't
for me.
it? It's that.
I don't want to see AI create a film. I want to see a human being.
Yeah, it's the
come
skill.
up with a story, a piece of music.
Yeah.
I want to see a Mozart, a
Yeah.
Beethoven,
Yeah.
a Morrissey, or a Oasis, a Beatles.
course.
I want to see a human being develop their minds.
Won't that always exist, though?
No,
Maybe
no,
not.
because-
Yeah.
Well, some people are lazy though, aren't
Do
they?
you know what the most factually, futurally correct film ever?
We've talked about this on the last episode. You're going to say Wall-E.
Wall-E.
Yeah, but no, we did mention this on the last episode.
Right.
And by the way, can I just say something, just dead quickly? Sorry to interrupt the whole conversation, but we said this about Wall-E on the last episode, right? And then Joe Rogan on his fucking last episode mentioned about Wall-E and what the impact. And so Joe Rogan, shout out to Joe because I love you, by the way, Joe. You love you, but. Joe Rogan definitely watched our podcast and then decided to speak about it. 100%. 100% he's watching.
So, I don't know. So can
Sorry,
we
Dan.
sue him for? Can we sue Joe Rogan?
Yeah, we'll
for
sue him.
stealing
No, we love you, Joe. Joe, we love you.
That's
I don't know even
one
know
more.
what
I'll
he
say
is,
one
though.
more thing on this.
He's a legend.
This is the thing with humans and machines. when something runs perfectly and when something's great, we're not interested in it. We just see it as a tool.
Take it for granted.
This is why like men and stuff, this is why people love cars. Because cars aren't perfect.
Exactly.
Cars break down. Cars make mistakes. They don't handle right. The gearbox doesn't work quite right. It's like how when we're watching a sport or something, like Eddie the Eagle, we automatically cheer for the underdog.
Because he's shit.
Yeah.
We automatically cheer for the
but he kept
smallest
going.
guy who we know isn't going to win.
British people love an underdog.
Yeah.
But it's a human thing as well. If someone's perfect and someone's just great, like a machine, well, then it's just doing what it's supposed to do. If something makes mistakes, that's very
There's
human.
a great thing about this. There's this company in America that made a bake mix for a cake, and they couldn't sell it to it's like in the 50s because the women weren't buying it, and then they realised that if they just add an egg, it feels like they were more involved in making the actual cake.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the thing. It wasn't like it was such an easy thing to make. Just put the flour, the mix in and
If it does
stir it, and
if it does
in the oven.
just
like
does the
They're
job with no
adding
interest.
something.
If you feel
Because
like
they're
you're
adding
involved,
something, they're involved in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, Mike.
Fair enough. No, I just reminded me of my pancake mix.
Yeah.
I love a
It's nice.
pancake
It's a bit like
Yeah,
making a
yeah.
pancake.
I don't mind cracking an egg and doing anything myself, but if I can just add milk and shake it, well,
Yeah.
I don't know,
It's one of my
feel
favourite
like-
days
yeah.
of the year.
Love pancake.
The only
mix.
time you say-
But if I didn't have to add milk and it was already in the bottle, sealed, and I just shake it, I wouldn't have that.
You won't be
Yeah,
happy
you've got to
with
add
that.
something.
It's like the
Yeah,
ones
you
you
got to
have
add
in the
some
shop
shop.
that
Yeah.
you just put in the toaster.
Can I
What
just go
does
back to
everybody-
me?
Doesn't feel like it.
What does everybody say on Pancake Day? What's the one thing everybody
I'm
says?
the best tosser.
No, why don't I have pancakes more often?
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
says
Everyone
that.
says that.
Everybody says that.
Everybody says
single
that.
Pancake Day.
I do.
Why don't I have
Right.
pancakes more often?
We're going to release this clip on Pancake Day, 2026. When is Pancake Day?
No one can remember. February?
February.
Tuesday. It's usually on a
No one knows.
Tuesday.
No one ever knows.
Shrove Tuesday.
Shrove Tuesday.
Why don't we ever? Every year we forget when the fucking clocks go back, when the fucking clocks go forward.
Yeah.
What day's Christmas Day? What day's Boxing Day? Pancake Day.
Pancake
I know
Day.
when the clocks go back.
No.
Yeah, but that's to do with Easter. That shifts.
The only one,
That's to do with Easter.
the only one that is allowed to mess everyone's up is Easter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does move.
It's to do with the moon. Is it to do with the moon?
It actually
It's to do with the
moves,
moons. Yeah.
That does move. That does move. Yeah, we've had some deep conversations in the first sort of 22 minutes of the podcast there, boys. That's very interesting. Michael, you've already added a beautiful addition to the podcast. I'm
Thank
loving
you.
it.
Thank you.
Just going back to, I was going to mention about watching TikTok. Like I'm completely addicted to it.
You're addicted to it.
I'm trying to
Right
stop.
down.
I've just cut myself
Taken
off.
over my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this week I've been watching dogs being fed food.
Oh, I've seen it with the raw chicken and stuff. It's mental.
I watched those as well.
Yeah, I've seen it. They're brilliant, aren't they?
And you sat there, and I was thinking, okay, he's eating a full chicken now. Now he's eating like minced beef or
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
fish.
yeah,
or
and then he's eating mackerel in the next
mackerel,
one.
and you're like,
And you're like, this dog is eating better than I am.
Yeah.
yeah.
This dog's eating good.
But then, and they're quite good. But then there's this other guy.
Are you watching one right now, Dan?
No. There's this other guy, but he has these 3 dogs, and he puts like little clothes on them, and they all sit at the table.
puts
And he
clothes on
like
his
fries
dogs.
steak, and he like fries.
What, the dogs sit there and watch it?
Yeah, and
they're so well trained.
if he's one of them while he's making it,
Yeah, yeah.
and then they'll still plate up the
and I'm
food.
like, why am I watching this? And like,
But he seasons it and plates it up in proper
yeah.
Right.
Why are you
Presentation.
watching it?
Exactly though. Why are we all watching this stuff?
I like animals. I like dogs.
Yeah, it's very. I don't know. It's very interesting. I mean, there's another famous sort of TikToky stuff, Instagrammy stuff about where the guy drops the things down the stairs like glass bottles. And
Oh,
they
yeah,
roll down.
Yeah. See what makes it. Yeah.
And it's like, why do we watch? So why is that so interesting?
Do you reckon? Go on.
You know what scared me though? I was just watching these stupid videos and stuff. Well, not stupid. That's entertaining. And obviously, we all know about if your phone's in your house and you say, I don't know, lawnmowers, you'll get a pop up.
Yeah.
Right. There was a comment that really, really got to me the other day, and he was like, "Why are things now being advertised that I'm not even saying, but I'm thinking in my mind?"
There is something about that.
And I read it, and I was like,
I believe that very
That
much.
that's. Or is it just linking things to what you're thinking? How the algorithms, God knows what's going on.
There's something. I look at stuff at work on the computer, and then it'll come up on my phone, and it's not linked on my personal phone.
Yeah.
It will come up at home about, say, we're just looking at tiles or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mad.
It's the ones where you think it in your mind, and then
Yeah, I've
I've
had
not-
yeah
It comes up.
I've not said that out loud.
synchronicity.
midget
kind of
porn.
thing.
Wait, what? I've never said that, Michael.
But no, but it's like you know.
No,
what
I totally get what you're saying.
it's like you'll see an old clip of an old United game and you go, you know what? I always loved that kit that United wore. And then you go on Facebook or YouTube and then there's a clip for retro football shirts.
Yeah,
Click
yeah,
here.
yeah,
Well, maybe
yeah.
the,
something like that.
algorithm's that good
Yeah.
that it can predict
I
what
had
you'd
that
be
all the time.
fascinated
It
by.
probably is
It's
that.
already read you over a few
That's what I
years.
mean, yeah.
It's actually read your mind by
Yeah.
what you actually already done and what you've already looked at and
Yeah.
investigated.
Probably is that.
And it's ahead of
I
you.
think one of them a few years ago actually had to pay out because they were caught something advertising data listening. I don't know the actual story, but it did happen a while back.
Really?
One
Like
of them
gaining more
they
data
actually
than they should have been,
admitted to
yeah.
it. And
I
the
mean-
thing is, so many companies share data with each other now.
Yeah,
Like,
they all share data, and they had these congressional hearings, didn't they?
Yeah.
And you got
Yeah.
Zuckerberg up there.
Facebook's the worst.
I mean, and every app that you download an app now, and it says, "Can we access this? Can we access that?" I don't know a lot of people's thoughts on this, but I think most people,
Just press yes.
just
Accept.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
allow. You say no.
Do you know
Of course
what?
I do, yeah.
When I realized that you can say no and you can still access the page,
Yeah.
I was like,
It says-
I know.
you can.
It's very
yeah.
sneaky. It's
It's
just
very-
like yes or I'd rather not, something like that.
Yeah.
Like it
The thing
doesn't
is-
actually say no.
And then I sort of think to myself, well, I should say yes to everything, because is Mark Zuckerberg really going to be interested in what Dave from Stockport's pictures are?
he's not, but
It's the whole team.
Jeremy in Asia
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
buying data from
Yeah, that's the thing.
And
that's
he's
buying
got a
the
company
data.
that sells stuff
Yeah.
that
2 weeks ago. So I actually, I was putting a little boy down to bed, and I got an email, and it was off Netflix saying, "Oh, someone's tried to access your account."
Oh,
So I was like, what?
mine's been done.
I don't
Mine
know.
was done by some
Well,
guy in Asia.
So I went on, and it first it said Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
Then it said like
right.
yeah.
last. I don't know where.
Do you know what though? It's a bit
America.
scary when it happens.
So anyway, I ended up. I tried to change the password dead quick. They deleted my account straight away. So I phoned Netflix straight away.
Yeah.
They were dead. Netflix
Yeah.
were brilliant.
It's happened to me,
And
Dan.
they just went, look, just stay on the phone. We'll talk you through it. Right, what's your password? Blah blah blah. And I phoned Netflix, and they were like, yeah, someone's definitely done something here. He said straight away. He said, I'd go onto all your accounts. Next minute, Amazon got done. Next minute,
Fuck off.
Disney.
Did
got
it really?
Done.
Have you got the same email address for each of
Oh, yeah,
those?
of course I have. Yeah.
No, what you got to do is you've got to have different email addresses.
So
I've
done it
generated.
all. So all my emails accounts, I've had to change all the passwords. Disney, Amazon, Netflix, Apple. To be fair, the one thing they can't is like your banking.
Yeah, you know what you need to do for your banking though? You need to set up a completely different email account and just use it for your bank.
No, it's
So they can't get in.
Facial recognition.
No, but but they can still. I think I'm a bit more.
Yeah.
I've got a few different emails for different
Yeah,
things.
yeah, and he's a bit more old-fashioned when it comes to that sort of technology. Like, and he doesn't believe
No,
in
but I
like.
don't. Look, so if you use a
internet
standard email,
banking
they
and shit
can't
like
get
that.
into anything
Exactly.
else.
Because you don't use the same email address, you use the same password.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All
You
different
know.
passwords.
Because it's very if someone's a United fan, okay, they're a big United. Who's the favourite player?
Scoldie
Favourite
and all
player
that.
is-
Obviously, don't say
The favourite player
Scoldie
is
22,
I won't say,
don't worry, it's
but
not
the
my
favourite player
password.
is Eric Cantona.
Yeah.
Eric Cantona. What number did he wear? 7. Eric Cantona 7
Use loads of
exclamation
people,
mark. So that's
Or family
boom,
members,
you
things
know.
like that.
Yeah.
Do, don't they?
Everyone loves
Kids' names,
exclamation
grandkids'
mark,
names.
Underscore.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
we use.
Yeah,
You
of
need a
course, yeah.
character, exclamation mark, underscore, one,
Yeah.
two.
And if you've got AI searching out that
Well, they can
password,
generate it rapidly.
Yeah, I
can't
can
they?
try every combination like 5 seconds.
AI's going to fuck us all over, isn't it? Basically,
No,
That's
it
what-
gets
is that what I'm
things.
saying.
It gets things wrong all the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it's because it's new. It's like
No,
a
it should be
child.
perfect.
AI's only your child. AI's only your kid.
It's not-
growing up.
It's just a search engine.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
See, I don't think it's. I think it's a way off becoming genuinely intelligent, self-aware. I think it's more dangerous that it actually stays as an algorithm.
There's a
It can be
theory.
programmed and directed and mutate.
This is a fact. This is an actual fact. I think it was Google, like their AI talked to another AI,
Right.
and it started
talked
talking
into
in
each other.
Sanskrit.
Oh yeah, they started
In their own language.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that.
Because they knew that the humans were
Did they know?
watching. And
These are language. These are language model engines, aren't they?
No, they're allowed to do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, but they're based
Are
off
they?
a language, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they are.
Yeah.
But we're more than language is in different places of our brain to what different images and different things are. I don't think it's there with.
If you played
language
chess
models.
with a computer,
yes,
the computer would beat you. I
it
think.
would because it would.
It would beat you.
I've been
It
beaten
would beat
loads
you.
of times by a computer.
Yeah, but computers have been able to do that for like 30 years.
Yeah, okay, fine. But what I'm saying to you is, it can work out. It can sit and think and work out, and that's just a basic game of chess.
But it's like the AI being okay. Draw me a picture of a cat, and it can kind of get like a cat, right?
yeah,
But
Grok.
it needed to
Twitter.
be it needed to be fed 1 billion pictures of a cat before it knew what a cat looked like.
I get that, but it's got it.
Yeah, but a 2-year-old. Have you ever seen a baby like freak out when it sees an animal? No, they just see an animal, and they see pictures of it, they see drawings of it, and they just know what it is. They see a cat.
It's within its
and they
physical
know.
environment.
Yeah, it's
And
within
on
the
a computer,
environment.
it's just like
a
a
2-year-old.
I don't get what you're
pixelated
trying to
image.
say, I don't understand
What I'm saying is that that algorithm, that AI, needed to be trained to recognize what a cat is.
A picture.
Whereas a human brain, even at an infant stage,
I understand.
just recognizes and
But
sees it.
If you think of AI as a child at the moment, I don't know how many years we've had AI now. I'm going to say 5-10 years maybe. I don't know.
It's not genuine AI as
Yeah.
well. It's an algorithm. It's not.
But it isn't. It's fucking.
It's not artificial intelligence, though.
It is.
It's
It
the
is. No,
terminology's
you're wrong.
changed.
No, you're wrong.
They've stolen the terminology from like 20
It's a
years
search
ago.
No, you're wrong.
engine.
You're wrong. It's not a search
It used to
engine.
mean
It isn't a search engine.
a sentient.
It isn't a
No,
search
it
engine.
used to mean a sentient being that
No,
could,
it
artificial
isn't a search
intelligence.
engine. It's artificial intelligence. It's intelligent.
It's
it can
not.
think for itself.
It can't.
Yes, it can. Yes, it can.
Don't
If you
know.
ask it
I
a
don't
question
know.
and I ask it a question, it will give you an answer based on your parameters or my parameters. If you ask Google the same question, it'll give you the same fucking answer.
Things are,
Me or you.
Where does it lay down new memories? Because there's something about AI and
Andy,
memory.
it has memory.
It can lay down memory.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they got servers.
It has massive amounts of memory, AI.
Amounts of servers.
No, can it? Like, how
So
can
the
it-
more you use it, the more it learns about you and your
But yes,
life,
but about you
your
through an out.
individual.
But what about itself? Can it lay down its own memory?
Right, it's not going to get upset. I've actually asked it. I've messaged it. I've said, "What can you do? How can you get upset? Can you
yeah,
talk?"
but
Can
they
you,
know that someone's going to ask that question.
True. I think you're
know.
you're all right. It is. There's a limitation.
There
because
is limit. It's advancing.
Everything is. It's not like it's not like it's going into the brain and
Yeah.
thinking, how do I answer this question?
It has a ceiling.
It just has there's
Yeah.
data in the back
Yeah.
that would relate to that. It's just keywords are just popping up and it said, okay, I know where to go for this information, and then it'll come back.
Does everyone do you want that though?
No,
do,
not
yeah,
at
I do.
all. No,
because it makes life easier.
I enjoy AI.
I don't want life to be
Right,
easier.
If it's like Ian M. Banks's culture stories, where we're all just basically well-kept pets, it'd be amazing. The future would be amazing.
Well kept and well fed.
No, because they're just like super. They're almost like God AI, and they help us. But if it's like the Terminator, no.
Right, we asked this on the last episode, but I'll ask it again. Right. So one of my favourite YouTube accounts is the Outdoor Boys, but he's stopped making videos now. And the reason why that is one of my favourite accounts is because it's a dad, wife, I think 3 kids, and he used to be a lawyer. He bought a house in Alaska, and he started making outdoor videos, cooking outside, camping outside, living off the land, fishing, hunting, just that was it. He got 15 million subscribers in about a year. It went from that to that. And, it's gone berserk. He's all over YouTube, and he's recently, about 3 months ago, he came on the video. Shout out to Outdoor Boys, by the way. He came on the video and he said, came on the YouTube and he said, I can't do this anymore because the fame is, I can't deal with the fame, and the children are getting stopped in the street. I'm getting stopped and I just,
Right.
and he can't. So he's going to
Fair
do
play.
like yearly videos where he dumps a video or a load of content in one rather than sort of weekly, monthly. But what I'm getting at here is that life is so appealing to so many humans, as in like what do you call it? The simple life, or
Yeah.
going back to nature. But I'd love that life. I would love that life. But I would also miss watching watching United on Sky Sports on my phone. I'd be like, "Fuck, what's the score? I need to find out. I need to know." So
It's a balance, yeah.
so it is a balance.
From my perspective, of someone of my age, Michael's age, like that was a new thing to you. We've just grown up with that being reality.
Yes.
Because,
It's
like,
I know what you're
there
saying.
for us.
How old, Jack? You're 20.
I'm 26 next
Mike,
month.
how old are you?
I turned 27.
27.
So
yeah,
it's
so
just
fair enough.
it's just
Yeah.
always been there for us.
Yeah.
I would rather that life, but instead of watching it on my phone, I'd rather go.
to the game.
Yeah.
Oh,
I could do with
Yeah, but what if it's across the world? You can't make the game because
Like I
you're
would,
a fan of.
even if the game is around the corner, I would still rather watch it in my house.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
because
not
that's
like
what-
on that.
that's-
I love watching. I love watching.
Being comfortable, I need to be able to
Yeah.
pause and rewind.
Yeah,
I need to-
yeah,
wait,
yeah,
what
yeah,
happened
yeah.
there? Let me pause and rewind.
Correct.
I'm doing it, but we all end up watching stupid shit.
Yeah.
I've been watching. I'm just going to check now. Right.
We know the dog videos, the feeding.
Danny's been watching dogs
Yeah.
eat raw meat, basically.
Yeah.
What,
Right.
what else have we watching here?
No,
Dan?
no.
He's currently searching his search history for the audio.
While he's doing it, I've got one theory about if we do get super intelligent AI, like
Yeah,
beyond us,
yeah.
it'll disappear.
AI will disappear.
No, it will interact with the fabric. It will be that intelligent. It will interact with the fabric of the universe, and it'll disappear.
Like Lucy, when she at the end she
it will
became
just
nothing.
Lucy, that's a great film.
Exactly, just like that, Mike. It'll be so clever that it doesn't need. There's no physical bounds
It
to it.
doesn't need it anymore.
It'll just
Yeah.
go. It'll disappear.
Right, go on, Dan.
Yeah.
That's why technology is also awful. So my daily average of TikTok
Fucking hell.
is 2 hours 16 minutes.
Oh, that's an addiction.
Jeez.
Out of 24 hours,
You spend 2 hours.
I've spent 2 of those hours daily watching.
Oh, you need to go to
That's
the
not the
priory.
worst.
Danny, you need to go to the priory
could
to
be a lot-
rehab.
I've
You need to go
heard
to
worse than
rehab.
that.
Not just TikTok, right?
What's your total?
Disney. Oh, 6 hours 26.
In a
Fuck
day.
off.
Daily
on your day?
average.
On your phone?
That's
I
just today.
think that's normal.
Wait, just a day.
No, right. So Disney 2 hours 27. To be fair, I did watch a film.
Fair.
What did you
Yeah.
watch?
I've been watching not a film. I've been watching.
Andor. You've been watching Andor, haven't you,
I've been
recently?
watching Andor.
Andor's great. Yeah,
great.
Yeah, is it good?
It's
really good. Mike, it's really good.
Even if you're not a Star Wars fan, it's a
Brilliant.
great series. It's a great
10 minutes,
series.
emails, 20 minutes. So it's not that bad. But Disney's not bad because I watched the film, so I'm not bothered about that. But TikTok, 2 hours 16 minutes.
Jeez.
When the average video is what, a minute long?
Yeah. That's,
Yeah, you know,
I mean, I don't know the average, but yeah,
it's not.
maybe,
You're not
yeah.
getting anything. Yeah, it's just
What
distraction.
other stuff have I been
Do you
doing?
remember 5 videos that you watched in those 2 hours?
That's
dog video?
that's a great. So that's a great point.
question. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
What you're getting from it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting nothing from it.
It's disposable content.
Yeah.
Like
It's
the
not
film,
like,
you're
it's not like
actually
a
getting
movie where you go, I love that movie, and then you watch
some
it
great
again.
memorable scenes.
You watch
Yeah.
it again.
That is true,
Yeah.
Jack.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's not. That's why I think we need to go the other way now. I think we need to go the other way with technology.
Yeah.
But
I think
Yeah,
We haven't got
I
the
think
Do you know what,
discipline.
do you know what it is? Yeah, I feel like the problem with TikTok, and I was part of the problem as well, because I treat TikTok like a slot machine. So the people on the other side, so like obviously
Love that.
This is me working at MEN. I treat it as a slot machine. So I want to keep you on this app.
Yes.
So when you swipe up and you see my video, to you that's jackpot.
Yeah.
So now you're gonna stay there for a bit. But that
save,
yeah,
comment,
but
yeah.
that video will only keep the the dopamine
Yeah.
for 5-6
Yeah.
seconds because
Yeah.
you want another jackpot. That's why you.
Ooh, yeah.
Mate,
why
that's
you swipe-
beautiful.
That's why
Yeah.
you're swiping
Very true.
again.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
So I want
How we've been trained, like
Yeah,
the
it's-
dopamine,
It's-
dopamine.
even the
you know
way
what I mean?
even the way you swipe up and down, it's a slot machine. You're slotting,
Yeah.
you swipe it for the next one. You see one you like, jackpot.
Yeah.
Let me watch this for a bit.
so.
But if you don't win and see a video, you like every 10 or 20 scrolls, you're gonna come off the app.
So the
Very
one
true.
thing
Right.
about that I actually do agree with. I don't mind admitting this. I've definitely got an addictive personality. Right. So if I was rich, I'd take lots of drugs. I gamble.
No,
it's like massively.
This is true.
I can't control it.
No, you
So
can
I
actually.
can't-
No, you
No,
can
you
because
can.
You
your
can't
family
have
comes
can't.
first. No, but you don't put it in front of your
so if
family.
no,
Daniel, you can.
Yeah, but you don't put it in front of your family or your bills and all that. I know that you don't.
No, I don't prioritize it. But
Yeah.
if you put me in front of a casino,
Oh, fuck me.
I won't move. Right.
That is true.
So I now control myself by going, well, I'm not going.
Yeah.
Right. Now, the problem is with this,
in
the
your
good thing
pocket.
with TikTok is even though it wastes so many hours of my day, it doesn't actually,
No money.
it doesn't cost me anything.
Yeah, see what you mean.
It doesn't. So in that way, it's good.
Yeah.
But those 2 hours there,
But it's learning you as well, isn't it?
It costs you time in terms
You're
of...
actually working while you're doing it because you're somewhere on the other end. Somebody's gaining that information.
Yeah.
It's been mined.
It costs
isn't
you money in
You're
terms
doing the
of
actual
time.
mining for
Yeah.
the
cost me
people.
time, but then
Yeah.
to be
Learning.
fair, you know when people say, "Oh, you know, you should write a book or you should play a musical instrument." I love doing fuck all.
You're generally not interested in anything else.
I don't give a shit.
Which
Like,
is-
sometimes people go, "Oh, you know, I just sat around." Like, brilliant. It's good. It's good for you.
The thing is, you work all week.
Yeah.
You work
Yes,
hard.
you got the kids.
So you're
but
allowed.
your breaks are needed.
I'm about to,
Do you know I've done 1,500 miles?
Jesus.
well, there you go.
Hell.
1,500 miles. And bear it. So Monday, Newcastle and back. Tuesday, Blackpool and back.
Yeah.
Wednesday, Wigan and back. Thursday was at home. Today, Keighley, Leeds.
Danny, somebody's getting a jigsaw of where you are now, you know.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting a jigsaw.
They can fucking have it.
You need somewhere else to buy.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what?
Somewhere else.
Men in particular, we're really hard on ourselves about, oh, we've wasted this time, or we've not done this, or we've not done that, or we've got to do that, or we've got to do this, or we've got to fix this, or fit that piece of furniture, or whatever. You are all allowed, including
break.
myself. When was the last time any of you did something just for you? When was the last time you treated yourself to something, a new T-shirt, or when was the last time you kind of said, not for your wife, not for your partner, not for your boyfriend, not for your girlfriend, not for your kids, not for your hamster, not for your cat, not for your dog, for you? When was the last time?
I do every now and then, but that's because I'm just at the point in my life that I'm at. I'm only really like looking after myself. But I do view time as like, especially where I am now at 26, almost like the clock is ticking.
Scary.
And it's like,
get
but
to
it's
50.
like, but it's like there are things I want to do. There are things I see myself as having to do, like money.
Who's telling you you've got to do these things?
Me,
you have to do.
me, I'm but myself. But there's like, you know, there's like a fire. I feel like there's a fire under me, almost.
That's all right.
Like I want to save my money away. I want to have like enough for a deposit on a house because there's things in the future that I want to do, and there's only like a, you know, the clock keeps ticking on that.
That's like the beautiful thing about being a human.
If I don't do it
Also-
now, I'll have to do it later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's the beautiful
Yeah.
thing, but also the worst thing. You see all these fucking videos on TikTok again about, oh, you've got to do this, you've got to have that.
Yeah, I don't like advice videos. I
No,
don't.
no.
It does
No,
me
me
head.
neither.
Hey, I'll tell you why rent
Yeah.
is great, and I'll tell you why mortgages are terrible, and I'll tell you why.
I hate
Yeah.
those
Got
so
Diaries
much.
CEO.
It's a scam, isn't it? It feels like a scam, doesn't it?
You've
A
got
lot of the
fucking
time.
invest in this stock, and you've got all this bullshit.
They'll tell you, you're working a 40-hour week. But when I was 35, I had nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got a full-time job that was paying me £10,000 a year, and I still worked 40 hours at my dad's business.
Yeah.
And now 2 years later, we sold that business.
So right.
I'm like, bro.
And I'm shredded.
What?
No, but
I'm
there's
like,
a lot of luck involved in stuff like that as well. There's a lot of luck.
I'm like, so your dad had a business the whole. So
Yeah,
like,
there you
when
go.
you start peeling back
Yeah.
the layers, you start like,
So you
okay,
had
Yeah.
a salary all the time,
Yeah, the-
so
yeah.
it gave you
Exactly.
the freedom to go and do this, and this, and
yeah. Even though you didn't join the family business
Yeah.
for a while, there was a successful
what about
family
everyone
business
who's
in the
got
background.
fuck all?
Yeah.
Literally, yeah.
And they have to work so hard to get what just to
Make
to
ends
pay the
meet.
bills or
Yeah.
make the child.
No,
Literally,
There's
and
loads of
meal.
people working
Yeah.
hard and they haven't really got much to show for it.
course.
There's loads of
That's
people.
what AI should do. Feed all the starving.
Yeah, but
Help
this is the
people.
thing. So this is
help
right.
help all the poor
right.
people. Help
You're
all the
getting
people.
somewhere.
Help Danny get off TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, please help Danny get off
I want
TikTok.
it to do something. I want it to help people who really need help. All the single mums, the single dads out there. Who
All the single ladies.
Put a meal on their kids' table.
Right, so-
okay,
all right.
sort that out. For
Yeah,
me.
All right,
but-
all right,
but
all right.
I feel like the government and businesses, companies, we know the solutions to all of this. And the reason I was saying that I'm part of the problem is because when I had a job that I did when I cared more about statistics and numbers and views and engagement, I don't mind throwing everyone. I don't care about anyone else's mental health, respectfully.
Yeah.
Just because I'm
No,
not
that's
thinking
right.
I'm not thinking directly about each person.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm thinking about the whole pot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
I
right.
know if I put this in this video, it's a terrible thing to do, but it will guarantee me the engagement. So let me
Drive
do that
clicks,
instead.
yeah.
The government knows what
Yeah.
we need to do. Everyone knows what to
Yeah.
tax the rich. There's so many different
Yeah.
things that we need to do that can be done,
yeah.
but it's just going to cause problems in the long run, or it's just going to make things a bit more awkward. And it's always going to be guys that are going to exploit this new loophole. People always will.
Yeah.
People always try
Like,
to game the system.
people
They will
always
game
will
the
ex-
system.
yeah,
Yeah,
they always will.
That's why you need the law and you need strong politicians to say this.
Yeah, but they're all weak. They're all
I know,
bitches, Andy.
They are.
They're all
They
little
are.
bitches.
I agree. They're more for the rich than for us.
Because
They are.
That's for me. That's not AI. Isn't the right step. The next step in humanity for me is why don't we all? And I'm not just saying this. I genuinely believe this. Like, just stop. Why can't we?
But it's how people behave when you give them
Why can't we
things.
become a society?
Because
where
we're all
If you give
greed isn't an
right.
option?
Adam
but there are-
Curtis has got a great
there are a lot
documentary
of
on
We've
it.
people-
talked about this before. Some men just want to watch the world
No,
burn.
but it's not just that. It's not just that. It's like, oh, this guy's really in need. I should help him out. I tell you what, I'll give him £1,000. That'll really help him out. You know what he does with that £1,000? He walks right into Selfridges and buys himself a Canada Goose coat instead of like paying for rent or buying food.
Yeah, or he goes and fucking buys a load of crack.
No, but it's not just that. People think of it like in terms of drugs, but it's like, how do it's you
The
can
system.
give to those in need.
No, but that's what I
But
want.
how
Change that.
how do they?
Change the
But it's how do they
can't.
respond to it?
You can't. You can't.
No,
It's like how-
eventually you need to.
Abolish everything.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
It's like, just go.
Why do
Right,
so many
you
athletes
live.
go broke? Why do so many
That's-
athletes?
that's really
a lot
good.
of athletes, a lot of footballers, they come from working
American
class,
footballers as
lower
well.
class families,
NFL.
and no one tells them how money works. They sign a contract for $20 million.
Boom.
20 million is such a large number. They've never even thought of something that big. They don't realize that half of it goes in tax. They buy a house that's 2 million. They buy a Mercedes for
In
180,000.
10 years' time, they can't live to that amount that they're getting.
They
You
just
have to
don't.
cut it back.
No one sits them down and says, "Hey, listen, this is how this actually works. This is what you've actually got."
Yep.
You know, they just think,
It's good, Jack.
"Oh, I can do this. I can give this amount of money. I'll give this to my mum. I'll buy a house for my brothers and sisters." Like no one actually sort of sits them down and says, "Listen, this is how the money actually works."
Of course.
They just hear a number so big, they just think that's endless. How can I ever spend all that?
But why not change all that and go, right, you do something you love, food is free, and we all help each other.
But who's paying the farmer then?
Danny,
Yeah.
no.
That is communism.
No,
but
Danny,
in a
you're
way.
right.
Yeah.
The farmer need paying.
He grows the food.
Right.
He cultivates. It's his crop. It's his
You
land.
are right.
Who pays it?
I know what
to
you
take it
mean.
to the
I know
shop?
what you mean.
Somebody else helps him. This is something that he's not good at.
That-
I can tell you the solution to this.
Right.
The problem is we've all worked with lazy bastards. That's why it doesn't
Exactly.
work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I know there has to be some kind of incentive. That's why communism
So-
doesn't work,
so
because
the lazy
I've worked with a lazy
bastard
bastard who's done the
If
same
you're
job
not
as me.
willing to help another human
Yeah.
being instead of abolishing money.
Kill 'em.
Right. No. Right. If you're not willing to do that, then you get nothing.
But then people
but
can
then
lie.
you get the homeless.
People lie as well. People
But
can.
They do.
then fine.
People
Let
could
them
be
People
die.
manipulate
Yeah, but
as
then,
well.
then-
Yeah.
so this is
the game.
This is the thing. This is the thing. And we've all been there.
If you're
You've
not
all
willing to
you've all
help
been to the
another
cash
human
machine in
being-
Manchester to get 20 quid out or whatever. You got the cash machine in Manchester, and there's a fucking guy sat there. He says, "Can you give us a quid or something like that?" And I've actually had this conversation. I'm sorry, mate. I'm not going to give you any money, but I'll go and get you a sausage roll. Yeah, right. I don't want a sausage roll.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
it's so
like, what do
true.
you want to eat? What sandwich then?
I'm a vegetarian.
I've taken a couple of homeless guys to the spa in Piccadilly Gardens and bought them a meal deal
Yeah.
a few times.
Yeah.
And
But I'll
I'm
guarantee
glad
you this right now,
talking
and I'll happily say it.
But
I'll
I'll
guarantee
listen
this
to
right
you.
now. They prefer the fucking money. Why? Because
there's
they
a
want
lot
to
of-
spend it on fucking drugs.
There is a lot of addicts on the street. But
Well,
that's when
that's
in
their
the old
choice.
days we used to have a lot more mental health facilities to help. 'Cause there's a lot of mental health people.
I always think as well, and I'm not judging anyone, and I know everyone's not in the same circumstances, but I often think like, if I was to be homeless, how many people would I have to burn the bridges with? I would have to burn my bridges with you, with mum, with all of my uncles, with my brothers.
what you mean.
Like there's
I get though,
there's
but-
about
but
like
it's a-
20 people, and I know everyone's not in the same
No, you are
circumstances.
right.
a lot of people
Saying-
come from care as
But
well
there's
who are on
like
the streets.
20
Which, people have no
I would have to
safety
like
net.
Yeah.
my safe. That's what I mean though. Like my
The
safety net is so
It's no
big. There's
safety
like
net.
20 people I would have to
Yeah.
like. They'd never want to see me again. You know.
That annoys me as well. Like the way
Grind.
I've not known that life, but how we don't help more for children and individuals. who don't
Danny,
care.
basically, what I think is
how we don't help a society to help solve
too much money's gone to the top. Too much
Yeah.
money has gone to the top. And I'm not talking about
You get that fucking £1 million
too much
in your
money's
bank,
gone up.
£10 million in your bank, £20 million in your bank. They don't give a fuck.
No, they don't.
One
really.
last thing.
But it's the billionaires. It's not the millionaires. It's the billionaires.
One last thing I'll say.
Oh,
on-
you know, I'll go on a podcast and fucking say, hey, I do a lot of work for charity, you know. I do a fucking lot of work for charity.
One last
do
thing
you fuck.
I'll
you give
say on-
0.25%
And it's,
what you
and
worth.
it's a tax write-off anyway. That's why
Yeah,
they do
exactly,
it.
yeah.
That's why they
One
do
last
it.
thing I'll say on homeless people. I saw a video of a guy recently. He had a reality show and he was going around trying to pay a homeless person for a job. Like, do you want work?
I don't know if I like that.
No. He was like paying them like, hey, I'll give you $300 for a day's work. And a lot of the guys were like, do you want $300 for a day's work? And he went, no. And another guy said like, why? So I can pay taxes? Yeah. Like, there's a lot of them who are just like,
Fair enough.
I'm not all of them, but there are some of them who are like, I'm out of the system.
Yeah.
What do you want me to work for? So I can give money to the government?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
want me
more
to
of an
do that?
American thing, that though, isn't it? Is that a bit more of an American thing?
Maybe
I
so.
don't even know what the answer is here.
Maybe so, yeah. But there are some people.
I don't
who
think
just
there is
like,
one.
No, there is.
Off the grid.
Right, 1945, the post-war contract in this country, there was a lot more higher taxation for the rich, and the government had a policy of everybody has a job. We have to create a society where everybody has a job. And it wasn't too far. It was still capitalist, but it wasn't extreme capitalism.
I understand that. I do.
But that's
And
for
I know what
everybody.
you're talking
I don't know. I know you're going to talk
What about when a man or a woman just says, I can't be arsed working? What
No,
do you do
you've
with
got-
them?
But then
I know. But that's.
can't be
But
bothered.
we've gone too far the other way, though. We've gone too far the other way.
Oh, yeah.
We've gone way too far.
Wants to live in a house or still wants to do something right. Those benefits are stripped from them.
But then they're on the street.
You can't because
So then when they're on the street, people are walking past that are working, they feel sorry for them.
Right.
What's that word? Perpetual ever
because yeah,
No.
because-
Perpetual motion machine.
No, society needs to change in that everyone needs to understand that you have to help each other.
But if
That's
imagine,
what it is.
but
That's what
imagine-
religion was for.
Go on, Mike.
No, but imagine this though, like so there's someone has a kid. Susan has 4 kids, and she gets bursaries and benefits for each kid now. And the government has agreed to pay her bursaries and benefits till these kids turn 16 or 18 because she's the sole carer for these kids. So now we take away these
No,
things.
so that's fine, right? So I'm a big believer that when a woman has a child, they should have a full year off, full
Switzerland.
paid,
Yeah.
full paid.
But I'm talking about
But when that child is old enough to go to school,
yeah.
you can go to work for 6 hours a day.
Yeah, but Susan's already.
'Cause my wife does it.
But in this specific scenario, Susan does not. She's one of the people that you said
Right.
does not want to work.
Right, right.
But
Yeah,
no,
she
but,
don't want
but,
to.
No, I know,
But,
I've
you, but you've
known-
already.
you keep having another-
But the government
Yeah.
already agreed that from the legislations and the laws, she will get support until this kid is 18. So now, if you take away this thing that now she's receiving, you're gonna have to pay her something to
Right,
to
you only get
validate.
your benefits if you don't go and do this job for 6 hours a day.
No, but you can't though. You can't though
Just say
because
fuck off.
you,
Right,
no,
well, then you don't get your
no, but
benefits
you
then.
but you're not.
Then she'll be on the street
but-
begging.
Yeah, because you're not
Well,
understanding.
you need to change your fucking
No, but
But some people don't.
But if,
Some people
even
don't.
like,
Yeah.
I'll give you an extreme. I'll give you
Go on, Mike.
I'll
Go on,
give you an extreme example. Yeah, slavery. So cool. Slavery was allowed. People were allowed to buy slaves, and they were having contracts of 10 years with this slave or 15 years with this slave. When slavery was abolished, the government didn't just say, "Okay, cool, slavery's done." Everyone got paid out. Everyone that had to give up their slaves.
Reparations.
The same way. The
Reparations.
same
Yeah, they
way.
did in America,
The same
yeah.
way you're telling Susan now,
Yeah.
we're not going to pay for your kids till 18.
Yeah.
But you told me when I had this kid, when I gave birth to the kid, you told me I was going to.
Yeah.
So now you got to pay
Okay.
off. You got to pay off all
So-
these people that are already in this kind of system. The same thing you said. We've gone too far already.
Stop.
Yeah,
There's too
we
many
have.
people.
We've gone too far the other way.
So
We've gone too
that-
far the other
I
way.
get your explanation there, and I understand it because you can't just suddenly stop.
You can't cut
right, so
seasons
I get
support off.
Yeah.
I get that. I'm not saying just suddenly stop it, but I'm saying that's their own stupid fault.
Fairs, yeah. The government
for
should have to deal with that.
The government stupid fault.
Yeah.
For allowing that to ever happen.
Yeah.
Like I'm fully behind supporting people, massively supporting people. I think that's the way society should change.
Yeah.
To that. I don't think you
course.
should pay into a system where it goes there. I think you should pay to help people.
And it goes back out to the people.
And it goes out to the people.
Yes, definitely.
If people do not want to help, I'm not saying work. I'm saying, right, sit that person
Contribute.
down. What do you love doing?
Yeah.
Right. Do you like? Well, you've got 4 kids, so you like having kids.
Yeah.
Right. You like being
to be a great childminder.
Right. Why wouldn't you? Right. So to carry on living that lifestyle, well, would you like to go and work in? We'll change the way it works. Your children will go till 9 till 3 at school.
Yeah.
I don't know. and then for 5 hours that day, so you can still take your children and pick them up, you can go and work in that school.
Yeah.
Thing is that we're forgetting about AI. Are we going to end up?
You can go and help.
I don't think
you can be a TA. You can be a teacher.
That's like
train to be a teacher.
Danny,
I will pay you to train to be a teacher.
It's true.
You are right.
Scandinavia.
Go and help.
You are right.
Do you want?
Help
These are the things. Do you? It's a question of how much of a safety net in society do you want there to be? Someone falls off the rock, the rock face.
Yeah.
How big of a safety net do you want? But then it's also a question of like it's the difference between greed is a human thing.
No, then it should be stopped.
Any system.
No. If I buy a packet of Jaffa cakes, I won't be allowed to eat them all.
Any system.
Danny,
No,
you're not telling me I can only have 4.
This is the thing.
I want all of them.
Any system that arises, people in it will always try to figure out, how can I game this? How can I do the least amount of work but get the most out of it? There will always be people who go. It's like when you're playing a video game and you try to figure out the cheat codes for it.
Look at Fess.
It's like how can
the Twitter page? Fess.
How can I figure out how to get around this? Get the most out of it with the least amount of work. So it's the difference between equality of the size of the safety net. Equality. If you have equality of opportunity, everyone's entitled to an education. Everyone's entitled to food, a roof over their head, or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's human beings in and of themselves are not all the same. Like we can all talk about equality and stuff, but like I'm 5'9". I'm like the average height for a man. There's people that are far smaller than me.
Yeah.
That if I wanted to, I could just like bully them and sit on top of them. Conversely, there's people that are like a foot taller than me, who could just, if they wanted to, totally.
I know what you're saying.
So there's obviously with money it's different, but there's a reality to it in terms of the differences between human beings.
I don't know if it's solvable, any of these issues. I don't know if they're fixable, because you've got free enterprise, you've got one person's opinion over another. Just because you have that opinion doesn't mean that his opinion isn't wrong and yours is right.
We get trapped though, thinking that this is the way it has to be.
Exactly.
And we can actually change it.
Yeah.
That's the myth. Yeah. We can change society if we wanted to as a whole, because it has been changed before.
Yeah.
Jack, what you just said is so true about a lot of people. I don't want to do that. I as much as I care about other people, I also don't give a fuck.
You just want to live in a nicer society, really. That's what you want to. Yeah, fairer.
I want to live
in a fairer, nicer
society that's full of rainbows and
unicorns.
That's the way the world should live.
A bit of alcohol every now and then.
On a Friday.
Alcohol, just enjoy it. Don't act like a dick on a train, like I've been seeing videos of, or try and beat someone up because they've.
But it's how far does a man's ambitions go?
I don't understand people. Yeah. I don't get why people get like that. I don't understand.
The more ambition you have, and the more drive you have, and the more wealth you want to achieve, I feel like when you crush a certain threshold of wealth, someone has to go down for you to go up.
I agree.
100%, Mike.
And it's just a number as well.
People
after
always going to be ambitious. I think a good start would be, just financial literacy, in the sense of like, I came out of uni at 18, 19 with like...
What uni did you go to, Mike?
Sheffield Hallam.
Nice.
Terrible credit. Now I'm kind of getting things back up, but like a week or 2-3 weeks ago, I was speaking to one of my friends. He has a business and he was telling me about certain things. And I'm like, what do you mean? Why don't you just... Isn't that part of your travel to work, and isn't that camera for your business? Why don't you put that as it? He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, bro, you've been trading for 6 years, like
business expenses.
But it doesn't have a clue. It doesn't have a clue.
When did you ever listen about that at school?
We've never been taught about that. Like, if we knew some of these things, not everyone would come and register as a limited company. Not everyone would. So you start seeing more. Even like CICs, like three friends might get together and be like, okay, cool. We don't want to pay tax. Why don't all three of us, instead of setting up an individual company, we'll set up a CIC together. We're not paying certain tax, but we're also now eligible for more bursaries and funding because of the kind of organization we are. Yeah. But people don't know that. They want to go to a bank and get a loan instead,
and put themselves into debt.
There's just no, like, even Like my credit score is still terrible, by the way.
Oh,
But
well.
I bet mine's worse.
okay. It's because like there's so many things that you just
Listen.
Like I was like 22, 23 when
Mike,
some of these things were even happening.
who
I
explains
had
these
I had no,
things?
no idea.
I've done it.
Now, listen,
Yeah,
I'm happily talk about this for a second, but you know, I mean, I'm 48 years old now. I've got 4 beautiful boys, and I was married once and then got divorced and got married again. I'm very, very happy, and I've, you know, on September the 11th, the day the planes went into the morning of, I was in Stockport Crown Court because my house was being repossessed.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I had, at the time I had 4 county court judgments.
Jeez.
I was 24.
Yeah.
You know, couldn't afford to pay my mortgage because I'd not worked in a few weeks, whatever, with it being like a kind of recession and
yeah.
whatnot. And if it wasn't for the judge on that particular day that kind of defended me, I didn't even have legal representation because I couldn't afford it. I didn't even know what it was. And what I'm getting at here is that I've been in a situation where my credit score has been 0, and all of that. I've been there. I have been there. I didn't lose my house, but I was that far from losing my house, and kind of dragged myself out, I suppose, through sort of, I don't know if you'd call it luck or what I don't know what it was, work, luck, bit of mixture of fate, luck, work, a bit of everything. But all I'm saying is, sorry, I don't want to go too deep. All I'm saying is there is a way up, there is a way out, and there is a
Yeah.
there is. I
Yeah,
promise
for anybody out there in a lot of debt,
there is, and anyone in this room as well.
Yeah.
There is, and I've not got all things figured out and everything right.
Tell them what the judge said. That's a really good story. That
So on the day, September the 11th, so it was the Abbey National who were trying to repossess my house, which are now Santander, I think.
God, they laundered some money.
Yeah.
Well,
Allegedly.
well, actually, no.
Oh, he's gone for it. He's
No.
gone for it. He's gone for it.
No,
Andy, I don't
is
think
it sorry, is it HSBC?
Yeah.
Sorry, he's not. It's not.
Yeah.
I think he might be.
Yeah, anyway, don't worry about that.
Allegedly, yeah.
Don't worry about that.
But they're all the same. Yeah, they all do. They all launder
they're all
money.
fucking dodgy bastards.
Yeah, they are laundering.
Allegedly.
Let's say that.
HSBC do.
Let's say that they all, and then when they're in court and they say, "Who did you mean by they all?" I can say everyone in the world.
These people are working for banks right now that really they should be in prison. There's a lot of people.
Look at what happened with
2008.
what's he called?
But
No, the fucking little dick, the little knobhead.
Bernie Madoff.
Oh, the little fucking wanker. Ewan McGregor played him in a film.
Oh,
Nick Leeson.
Nick Leeson.
Oh God, that's Barings Bank. He ruined Barings Bank.
Crashed Barings Bank.
Yeah, he crashed Barings Bank.
Anyway,
Yeah, 800 million.
anyway. So talking about, I'm conscious of time and all that.
Back to 9/11.
Back to 9/11. I'm in court. Stockport Crown Court, 9/11. I'm with my wife, Jack's mum, and with 2 young kids, 24 years old. I'm not being disrespectful to 24-year-olds, but whatever. We're going to repossess your house. We've not paid your mortgage in 3 months. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I've no idea what to do. Okay, whatever. So the Santander, the Abbey National lawyer, Santander now, Abbey National lawyer comes out to me and says, if you can guarantee you'll pay this much a month, I'll let you keep your house. This is what he said to me outside the court. So I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I can definitely pay it. I couldn't pay half of much of what he was asking for anyway, and he's now asking for double. But I'm so scared. I'm like, yeah, I'll pay it. I'll do it. Okay, so I've got 2 kids, wife, 1 kid actually, I think at the time.
No, 2. Harry had been born.
Yeah, thanks for facts checking.
Yeah.
2 kids, wife, self-employed bricklayer, skint, potless. So next minute, this woman just appears in front of me, and she's like this free lawyer, solicitor. Do you want some legal advice? We've got 10 minutes before you go in. So I'm like, right, okay, yeah, give me it. So she says, don't agree to anything. Tell them, say no to everything. So I was like, is that your advice? She's like, that's my advice. Say no to everything.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. So I go in. I've got my mortgage agreement printed actually on me, there. And there's like a ledge. So I'm stood up. David Amelia, stand up. Yeah, okay. Brought, court, all the fucking full kit and caboodle. He stands up. We'd like to repossess this house because he's not paid his mortgage in 3-4 months, and that's basically it. We want the house back. We own the house. Blah 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 blah. have you got anything to say, David, Mr. Melia? So I'm like, no, that's all correct. He's right. I can't disagree.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah.
He's right. Yeah, I can't disagree. Okay. And any second, I'm sort of expecting the gabble or whatever it's called to come down.
Damn, the house is gone.
Yeah, gone. Yeah. And it suddenly just goes, I'm sick of this. This judge in Stockport, he goes, I'm sick. I'm absolutely sick to death of this. I am sick of your corporation giving mortgages to people that cannot afford to pay their mortgages back. It's absolutely ridiculous. And he goes on this whole tirade of like attacking Abbey National, the corporation, looks at me and says, Mr. Melia, can you afford to pay back £50 extra a month on your mortgage? Which I probably couldn't, but I just, so I said, yes, absolutely. Okay. That's whatever the correct lawyer speak is, motion carried or whatever.
Yeah.
And the Abbey National lawyer's like, no. Appeal, and all this shit. And he goes, you can appeal, but I'll hear the appeal, and I will
Reject it.
throw it out.
Lower it.
And he says this. He goes, go back to your clients and tell them to stop giving mortgages to people that can't afford them. And that's it, walked out. And as I walked out, the woman that gave me the free advice, she just went, not all the judges are like that.
Right.
All the judges
You got a
are like
good
that.
one.
You got a really good one there. So well done. Make sure you pay that £50 and you got away with it. Anyway, we put the house up for sale and we sold the house and we made a few quid on the house. But that's my story.
I remember that.
It was like very, very
Wow.
Yeah.
No, and then virtually you just then 9/11, wasn't it?
And
Then 9/11
It's literally 9/11 on that day. It was 9/11.
I drove home and 9/11 happened that day.
Like literally, Dave pulled up on the drive.
Yeah.
It was my
No, because you all went to mum and dad's. We went to mum and dad's. We were all at mum and
It was
dad's.
a really early court hearing.
I
Yeah.
was at home. Dave pulled up on the drive. As Dave pulled up on the drive, you said to me, I came out because I
did it
was
on
in the
the
second
radio.
year of the apprenticeship.
Yeah.
And
Did he drop you
I
off?
said that you went, there's been a plane crash in New York or something mental. You came in the house. We turned Sky News on.
and so the second plane went in.
Second plane went bang,
Bang,
right
went in,
into
yeah.
the-
Jesus.
bang into, and
Yeah.
we sat there for like 4 or 5. Well, I watched it all.
Yeah.
I watched it all day. Like mental.
Yeah, it wasn't mum and dad taking care of Harry and Jack.
No, Jack.
We were at Auntie Gwen's, I think.
You were at Auntie
And you
Gwen's,
picked
Mum
us
and dad
up
working.
and went to Nana's. Yeah, probably to tell them what had happened. And
You pulled up on the drive.
yeah.
Thing is, talking about the 2008 financial crisis, that was all because, mostly in America, they were selling mortgages to people who couldn't afford to pay it.
Yeah. And do you know what, right? I know, again, just keep an eye on time and stuff, but what Mike sort of said sort of hit home a little bit about, credit score and stuff. And just because you got these people that are in these positions in life and you'll come across them and I've come across them and I'm pleased, I'm not trying to, hey, I'm older than you, so I know more. It's not true. That's not true. I've got more life experience, but I don't know more. But just because somebody is in a position of power and says something to you about a situation, I swear to you right now, they do not know any more than you know about any life and all the answers to all these things. They're bullshitting and lying and cheating just as much as anybody else is.
Yeah,
that's true.
Well, can I just add something? A guy I used to work with, he had to represent himself in court, and he always said to me, if it happens, just do your research, lose the fear. And it's always stuck in my head, lose the fear.
Yeah.
Don't overly respect them, just like you said.
Don't overly respect them.
Don't overly respect.
I'm not saying treat them without respect.
Yeah, but don't go too far the other way.
But don't think that just because they've got this suit on and they've got that pair of shoes on or they've got whatever they've got on, because let's face it, you make a judgment when you look at somebody.
Yes.
You make a judgment usually based on either how they speak, what job they've got, or what clothes they're wearing, or perhaps what car they're driving.
I did it once I got 4 points, and if I got the 4 points, I was going to get banned from driving. It was all speeding, it wasn't. So I had to go to Derby Court, right? And I had 6 points. No, I had 8 points on my licence, and if I got 4, I'd have gone up to 12 points. But I was like shitting myself, and basically I refused to pay the bill. I refused to pay the £100 because what had happened was. it had gone to my wrong address.
I remember this happening.
Right? So I thought, fuck it, I'm
Did
not
you
paying it.
Yeah.
You
Fuck off.
technically didn't see it.
And then because basically after 6 months, if they can't identify the driver, it goes to the owner of the car. Anyway, so we went to court, went to magistrate's court, and I said,
All criminals on this podcast.
right. So this wasn't the other one with my wife. This was another one.
This was another time.
It is another one you got to court. Yeah.
So I went to court and they said, Mr. Miller, there was someone else there from the police or DVLA or whoever the fuck it was. And they were like, well, yeah. And I said, yeah. I said, I did receive the letter. I said, but not on time. And they went, well, no, you didn't fill it out. You didn't identify yourself. So I said, no, I didn't, because you didn't send it me on time. And they went, have you got any proof today, Mr. Melia, that we have not been sent that address? So I said, yeah, I've got it on me. And they didn't know.
Brilliant.
Right.
So they said, all right, what legally can you say? So I said, I've got a letter here. So it says 196 Buxton Road, the old cottage. And they went, yeah. And they went, well, it's not a cottage.
Just obviously, well, it's fine. You've just read your address out, but it's
It's
fine.
my old address. Anyway.
Oh yeah, fuck it. Yeah.
Right, so I said, it's not a cottage. And they went, oh, what do you mean, Mr. Melia? No. And so the DVLA guy was going on and saying, no, that's yours. So I said, no, it's not. And they said, well, have you got any other proof of address? So I said, yeah, I've got a letter from the UK government when my passport was
Brilliant.
and they went, right, can you show us that one then, Mr. Melia? Bring it up to the court, please. And they showed it, and I could see the front.
It's like, oh.
Fuck.
So I said,
Cooked.
can I just say, which one's more legally binding? The one for
Yes,
the
DVLA, or one for the
or
passport.
one from the British
Beautiful,
passport,
Dan.
please?
Because now you're putting them against each other.
Yeah.
And they went,
Should be all the ones
and
one.
he stammered. The DVLA guy went, can I see that evidence, please? Do we know this is real? And he went, well, it's got my passport.
Yeah.
And I said, I've got my passport with me.
And the date, I guess the dates must have
You were
Danny.
It's like Perry Mason or something.
Danny Mason.
Yeah, Danny Mason.
£1,000 fine and 4 points to nothing.
Well done.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Oh, yeah.
That was
Very good.
That was fantastic.
They said though, you prepared.
Right. Okay. Brilliant. So I think we've been going for a bit longer than usual.
So how are you, Dave? You all right?
Well, do you know what? Do you know what?
have you been up to, mate?
We've not even gone round the
No.
room and asked how each other is, and that's fine because this is this podcast. I've wrote down hundreds of things. I've got loads of things to say. We've not even spoke about that. Michael, honestly,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed
Cheers, Mike. Yeah.
Yeah.
being on
Brilliant.
the podcast.
Thank you. Do you know what? I also had questions for you guys, but it's okay.
Well, next time, wherever.
time.
Whenever.
I mean,
yeah.
would you be interested in coming back on?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Do you know what's interesting? What I thought when I was coming, I was like, how can I've been a producer for many years, like
Yeah.
different companies, so it's not strange to me.
Yeah.
But like actually sitting behind the camera, I always think like, do people have genuine conversations in podcasts? Like,
Yeah.
genuine, because there's cameras, there's lights. It's it's an artificial environment in a sense.
Yeah.
But I forgot about the camera.
I know.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
Mike, I'm the same. I never watch myself back, but I always, this is just a chat.
I've never been sure. Do you know that thing you have in your head? Like, you're
Yeah.
just not 100% sure if
Yeah.
the conversation is genuine or after like the first 5 minutes, the
Yeah.
topics are just so, I was like,
It just flows, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
you're so right. I think I'm gonna say, I'll be honest. I'm always not acutely aware, but it's always in my back of my head, and it's only because I just try and keep the conversation going if I can.
Yeah.
But there are often times when I don't even need to try. It just happens, and it just like tonight, like today. So. I suppose I just want to say thank you so much, Mike, for coming on the show.
Yeah,
We'd love to have you
absolutely.
back on.
Yeah.
And maybe you can ask the questions that you want to ask.
Yeah.
Final thoughts from each of you. Mike, do you have a final thought? Or come back to your last if you want.
Yeah, come back to it.
Okay, Danny?
It's not a thought, it's just a conversation I had with Brownie
Yeah,
the other day.
go on.
Let's read out. So I've been watching videos on Glastonbury, just want to mention it. And I got myself all wound up
Right.
about Glastonbury because I love Glastonbury and I love the music. But
Yes.
It was loads of these videos about construction of it and Greenpeace and we need to
How they
protect
make
Earth.
it.
we need to protect the earth, and then people are like not.
Oh, bollocks to the earth.
They're not thinking about the actual thing. So I sent him a message saying 1 crane, 1 forklift, and 2 boom lifts. The amount of diesel being pumped out in that one video is mental.
Yeah.
He replied and said, one of the busiest music festivals, therefore cultural festivals in the world, and instead of watching videos on some iconic acts, you're fucking watching how they build the stage. I'm getting wound up in the press. So I said, sums me up, and he went, I know you're the only person I know more interested in the construction rather than say Bowie's set in 2000.
Beautiful. Love it. Andy, last few words.
Lose the fear.
Lose the fear. Okay.
Lose the
Jack.
fear.
I can't think of anything. I really need a piss.
You need to piss.
Yeah,
Fine.
I need one as well.
No, I'm going to give Mike the last words. Listen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I feel like the podcast at the moment is just on the verge of another shape. It's another shift. I really do. Things are happening, especially with Pi Radio. The light's not on today, but behind us, there's a lot going on at the moment with the podcast with Pi Radio, with Michael actually as well. Last words I'm going to give to you, Mike. Anything you can think of, just whatever.
Do you know what? I actually had some last words in my head 5 seconds ago.
And you've
Mine's
forgotten.
gone blank. But let me just have a really, really quick think. What was I going to say?
Don't worry,
God.
don't worry. It could be anything. It could be whatever you want to chip in with, whatever you want to. It doesn't even have to be anything.
Okay.
Major. Just,
So last word I was going to say, since we like to talk about Trump a lot, on a scale of 1 to 10, how cooked is Donald Trump right now?
that's an interesting one. Donald Trump.
I don't know. He just seems to keep going over the.
He's the
peaks and
Teflon Don.
troughs.
The Teflon
He
Don.
is, he
He just slides off.
I think
They
physically-
don't know what the fuck they're doing.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
No,
It's
just
allegedly.
It's TV. It's all TV.
Yeah.
Everything's another episode.
Social
every
media.
day. Yeah, but he understands that
social.
probably more than any politician.
Yeah.
Probably.
Every day is another episode. That's all it is.
Attention.
Yeah,
He
it
wants
is.
Okay, there's the last words from Mike. We'll see you on the next episode. Good night.